Buenos dias, fuckers. Just one globe today. Enough people trying to deflect their ignorance over to my real saying things like, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. He obviously doesn't know what he's doing. I think he just proved his own flat earth. He's just debunked his own flat earth. It's not my own flat earth. So you do admit then that Australia and Norway can see the sun at the same time? Yes, of course they can see the sun at the same time, but not at the angles that we're seeing the sun at. No, that is not possible unless it is a closer sun. Right. Folks, a couple of things up here on this board. And we're going to watch a 3-minute time lapse from Norway, the sun, right? Norway, Sweden and Finland are between 60 north and 70 north of the equator, right? This is important to remember. We guys, you know so much and you're so sure of everything, but you can't even get what I'm saying here. This right here is Norway. Right? The pink one. And then you've got the yellow one next to it, okay? There. And then a bit of water and Finland, right? They are. It starts on about the 60 degrees north and ends up near the top, give or take a couple of degrees, on the 70. That means they are 20 to 30 degrees off the center, off of the axis. So when it spins, there is no way possible for Norway to be seeing, experiencing a sun that stays above the horizon at the same height, right? Because 20 to 30 degrees out, it's going to drop in and out of the line of sight of the sun. And I know, just for those of you who are saying, yeah, but you need to tilt it, which somebody, it's like you just don't get it. It doesn't matter about tilting it. I have the sun here. I can put the sun wherever I want. There's no need to tilt it. It's going to make no difference whatsoever because they're still 20 to 30 degrees off of the axis. It doesn't matter where, what angle Earth is spinning at. They are always going to be 20 to 30 degrees off center. Now that means that it is impossible, physically impossible, for Norway to have a midnight sun like it experiences, because look, it drops out. And if you raise it that high that it doesn't drop out, when it comes around, the sun is on top. It's fairly common sense-ish, okay? Right, let's pause. I will give you gravity though, because without gravity, you just know at the speed we're flying around, that water is just about ready to fly off of the planet and take the boats with it. seriously, tell yourselves that you're spinning. Y se acabó la música. Alright, we're pausing. Okay, and once again, folks, the direction that Norway is seeing that sun, that is off of the horizon, okay? There's Norway, you can see that there, okay? Somewhere along there. When we say somewhere along there, this I took in Florida, but it's the same thing. So when we say somewhere along there, we have Norway seeing a sun that is 150 million kilometers away, way down there. Now, what's Queensland doing? How on earth? This is what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. There is no way possible. It is not possible for Norway to be facing and seeing a sun that is 150 million kilometers that way, and at the same time here Queensland is looking that way the sun's coming from. Look, these are very basic angles, okay? Very basic angles. Some of the comments, right, it's amazing, and you think there's something wrong with my content or the way I'm explaining it. That angle there doesn't happen. It isn't possible. Right now, the sun is, look, it's coming up. It is literally coming up. Right? Let's just go outside. Let me pause you. Now, right now, that is coming up over our northeast. That's north. That's east. Right? Right now in Norway, they are seeing a sun just over the horizon. What time is it here now? About 6:30 maybe? So it will be 11:30 at night. They are right now seeing that sun over their horizon. How is it possible? How is it even possible that we're seeing it as well if it's 150 million kilometers away? It's ridiculous. We are looking up there, and Norway is over there, and they are looking up there. How is that possible? That is what is happening right now. That is the sun coming up over the horizon, and Norway is seeing the sun low down on their horizon. Folks, it is not possible. Pause. So, we are now looking, just then, we're like that. Actually, we would have been a little bit more northeast. It's slowly turned a little bit, right? So we would have been over there, further that way, right? Now look, it's ridiculous. There is no way. Now, there is only one way that Norway is seeing that, as we just saw that. They are seeing that, and you just saw that. How does that happen? It doesn't happen on the globe because it isn't possible, folks. It is not possible. But pause, unpause. That is Norway, right there. And that is Queensland right there. Now, what you just saw was Norway looking to the north, or it could be slightly northwest or slightly northeast now. I haven't looked to see what it is, but it's give or take a couple of degrees. Us, we're seeing the sun to the northeast. Right? There's north. We're seeing it to the northeast. Norway is seeing it to the northeast. Or it could be slightly north, a true north, or northwest. North or northeast, because it does go like that. So, what is happening right now? Tell you what's happening right now. They're seeing a sun over their horizon, right? And what are we doing? We're also seeing a sun. Just coming up over the horizon. This is it right here, folks. That sun is somewhere along here. When we say local, I don't know how local it is, but the angles are impossible for us to be looking at the same sun that is 150 million kilometers away. It is not possible. It's illogical. Now, people keep asking me, like, I'm not a flat earth anything. I'm just a frigging rookie. But what we can do is this. We have just seen how Norway, let me turn this other light off, how Norway has got light, that's Norway right there, okay? We've seen, it's right there where that string goes, how Norway is getting that sun, right? Now, the sun stays on Norway, right? See how it's... Pause, I'm going to get the better flashlight. And here we go. So Norway, what's happening? It has the sun like that, doesn't it? Right? Just to the... like that. So it's just on the horizon. So this is happening. And now see, Australia, zoom, coming up over the horizon. And it goes like that. And it's more up to the northern hemisphere at this time of year. And it goes round. And again, Australia, boom, gets sun, and Norway can still see. And then, as it gets warmer, Norway slowly loses its nighttime sun, and it becomes night again, and the sun has shifted. And it illuminates like that. So I don't know where it is when we say it's local, but this, Africa, the US, you get the summer, and then somehow it, in the winter again, it look, I don't know. Everything is different, and it's not logical to say, well, how would this work? How does a solar eclipse work then? How does that work then? Because it's all different, isn't it? Right, pause. All right, so you could see those two angles are impossible. It isn't possible for Norway to be seeing that sun over its horizon like it is just then, and for us to be seeing the sun coming up there in our horizon, because the two of these, they meet fairly close. And this is on a globe. It is not spinning, folks. Let's take these off. Pause. Here we are again. So now, this is what I mean. With Norway on the 20 to 30 degrees off of the axis, it does not matter if we're on a 23.5 degree tilt or we're flat, because in relation to the axis, they're always going to be 20 to 30 degrees out. Whether it's like that, like that, like that, it does not matter. The thing is, we've got the sun here. We're taking the sun to it, so we can play however we want with the axis tilt. We could anything. It doesn't matter. Now, because they're 20 to 30 degrees off the center, when it turns, it does not matter where the flashlight goes. Right? They're going to drop in and out. If I go like up here higher, they're going to drop on the other side. But on this side, because of where it's at, all of a sudden the sun is up in above them. That never happens. It's always along the horizon. That cannot happen. It cannot happen on a spinning globe with Norway being between the 60 and 70 degrees north line. It's impossible. It is impossible. It is not Earth spinning. If it was Earth spinning, you would not see that level sun above Norway's horizon. What is happening, and this is slam dunk material, because it's obvious it's the only out, unless you start to... Science doesn't care about your common sense, and the universe doesn't have to make sense to you. Yeah, you can play that game all you want. Play it in your own time, not in my time. Right. I'm told it's spinning anti-clockwise, and this gives the impression of going from east to west. Not moving. Not moving. We don't know where, we don't know how far away, but the sun, that is why it stays in the horizon. Because if it was Earth spinning, it's impossible, because it drops in and out. There's no way you can put that sun for it to... And this is a fact. Can't keep flogging dead horses. Pause. Just a final couple of facts. Norway and Queensland cannot see the sun at such tight angles if the sun is 150 million kilometers away. The sun has to be a lot closer. You saw the angles. Norway cannot see a level nighttime sun unless it is on the axis or unless the sun is moving. And we know that Norway is not on the center axis where it spins, the pivot point. It's 20 to 30 degrees away from it. That means it would fall in and out of sight of the sun. And there's that's 20 to 30 degrees off center. If Earth is spinning, how is the sun level throughout the spins? And there it is. Norway, Sweden and Finland are between 60 north and 70 degrees north of the equator. It does not allow for a midnight sun like that if Earth is spinning. Look, we could be the sun right here. Goes out of view. Doesn't matter where we go. And yet, whether it's on a tilt or not, that's irrelevant. It doesn't matter because we are the sun. We can put it wherever we want. Look. comes into view there. Comes in, so we go up a little bit. Comes into view there. But we're already on this side. We're already higher up in the sky. And it's still dropping out at the other side. There is nowhere to go. There is nowhere to go. So folks, last pause. It's a flat Earth. I don't know how it works perfectly. That doesn't mean it's not flat. Well, how does this work? How does an eclipse work? How does it's this thing? We don't know. It's all different, isn't it? What we do know is it is impossible for Norway to be seeing an all-night sun like it is with Earth spinning, because Norway would fall in and out, and it doesn't. And it happens for 2 and a bit months, folks. It's there. It's there. Somewhere along here, my northeast now, right? It's in Norway's north. Look, this is the angle. How can we both be looking at a sun that is 150 million kilometers away? It's ridiculous. It's an insult to people's intelligence is what it is. This is basic stuff. And it's not until you see the midnight sun, the time lapse, that you start to see what you're being told and what is happening far out. I hadn't even heard of it. 50-something years this was kept from me. Look, it's only 20, we've got 7 minutes. Let's watch another one. Hang on. Spinning. Spinning round, baby, round. It's nice. Looks like a dome. Oh, I don't know. Any music on this or what? Bit of a weird spin, isn't it? And it's like, what was it, 10 minutes maybe later? It's perfect sun gazing time. You're looking through the camera and looking directly at it. Directly. And right now, Norway, probably at this time, is probably now definitely seeing it northeasterly and at this angle still. How is it possible? It isn't possible, folks. It isn't possible. It is not possible. Hang on, I was looking for the moon. The moon was out a sliver of it earlier. We're going up to half an hour, folks. Norway is seeing that at a very, very low angle, the same as we are. It is not possible. It's not possible. It's not 150 million kilometers away. It's impossible because of the angle that we're looking at it at. We're both seeing it at too low an angle. We're looking in totally different directions. It cannot be 150 million kilometers away. It simply cannot. Don't say. So how does this work then? Because I will start specking upside the head. All right, let's go back inside to the last minute. And we can't both be seeing this. Because if we're both seeing that, Norway, us, these are the facts. And facts are information without emotion. They are facts. So, there's nothing wrong with my content. It's bang on the money. The angles are bang on the money. The degrees are bang on the money. Everything is bang on the money. We don't know. Everything is upside down. But to think that we is spinning, well, that's inside out, back to front, and upside down, I'm afraid. I'm just being objective. All right. What a fantastic time to be alive, huh? Laters.